We are live. Good evening. Tuesday evening. Another Tuesday evening on the Believe in Monsters podcast. Good evening. I'm Joe Gaither along with my friends and colleagues Lucas Berry and Chris Krogman. We're here to talk some Chicago Bears. The Bears are back in action. We missed you last week. We were all celebrating different things, birthdays for everyone. Happy birthday to you, the listener out there. Hope you turned another year and had a great day on your birthday. We had great birthdays. But we're back to talk Chicago Bears minicamp action. Minicamp, Lucas Berry's constructed some over-unders, and there's some sweet sound that we're going to play tonight from our man Justin Jones. So before we do any of that...
Sweet sound.
Yes, sir. Make sure you follow us on the Twitter machine at BIM_pod. Follow my friends Chris Krogman at Shy Bears 1985 and Lucas Berry at LBerry_40. Follow the podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your podcast. And thank you so much to the Believe Network putting us on each and every week. So here we go. Let's get going. Chris Krogman, how are you doing, sir? How was your birthday party?
Birthday party for the now 5-year-old was awesome. Had lots of little rugrats running around the park, so that was fun. But I, living in Denver and being a Nuggets fan, am super stoked still from last night. So riding high on that, feeling good. Mr. Lucas Bearded Berry, how are you? Oh, also, total side note since I said beard, do you guys watch Ted Lasso? Okay,
Nope.
Moving on. Barry, go. How are you?
Well, now I'm curious. What does Ted Lasso have to do with this?
There's a character on there that they call Beard.
Oh, all right. Short and sweet. Yeah, I'm doing well. It's been a while since we've talked, and I think the only Bears news we've had is just like minicamp stuff, right? Minicamp. We've had DeAndre Hopkins visiting teams now, and an interesting new trade candidate comes up. We could talk about that. Mystery Man.
What there's another player from that team that Adam Rank said the Bears are allegedly interested in, but we can get into that a little bit more. I have no interest in said player.
Joe Gaither's puzzled. Joe, how you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing great. Let's see. Let's see.
What? Who? What?
Adam Rank trade moves. I know there's been some rumors about dude in DC.
Chase Young. We talked about him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I know there's rumors about that. Was there somebody else that I missed here?
Yes. He plays in our division.
Yes.
He's
Daniil Hunter. Daniil Hunter. I've seen those rumors. Rumors.
This is the thing. Their GM's dumb enough to do it.
Yeah, he's dumb enough to do it, but what are you going to get out of Daniil Hunter? Are you excited about that? Yes.
I would say he's 3 or 4 times better than anybody on the Bears defensive line right now.
At least. True. He's definitely the best walking in and going to be the best pass rusher that you have. But no, I'm doing good. Getting Daniil Hunter, that'd be cool. I feel like what is he? 33? That's my guess. Daniil Hunter age. Let's see. How old are you, buddy? Oh, 28. No, all right. You're right there, smacking your prime. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, 33-year-olds typically don't throw a big fit and want to hold out for lots of money. But, I mean, he could, I guess.
The Vikings made a splash trade with Detroit in the draft, right? And then they traded with Green Bay, too. They actually landed both Christian Watson and Jameson Williams in the division.
Thanks, Vikings. Y'all suck.
They should just complete the deconstruction of themselves and build up the rest of the division and trade Hunter to the Bears for a conditional 5th.
Well, if they're giving away great receivers, we'll just take Justin Jefferson off their roster.
Why would they give away Justin Jefferson?
I mean, I'm just following the theme. They got Christian Watson to the Packers receiver. They got Jameson Williams to the Lions.
Yeah, but those were both drafts. Those were both draft day things.
Yeah.
You're stretching.
Joe, you just got to dangle the pick in front of the nerd. The nerd loves the pick.
Loves all the picks. The other,
That's all the picks.
the Adam Rank news was that the Bears might be interested in Dalvin Cook,
Which makes no sense.
No, please, no. Pass.
Joe,
Pass.
it's
Pass.
not, Joe,
pass.
it's not going to happen. I think the Bears have probably the best backfield 1 through 4 in the league.
Oh.
1 through 4 depth wise. There's other teams that have better 1-2. I think the Bears 4 running backs I would stack up there at the best in the league.
We're counting
Travis Homer, Roshan Johnson,
Khalil Herbert,
Dante
Khalil
Foreman.
Herbert, Dante Foreman, 1 and 2. Then you're going
Dante Foreman was one of the NFL's leading rushers last year.
Roshan Johnson, and then Travis Homer. Like, okay, and then it's Tristan Ebner's cut, isn't he?
He won't.
Not yet.
Well, we're projecting.
Already? Goodness.
There's 90 men on the roster. Not all of them are going to make it. He's sorry, dude.
Well, can we cut bait with people who were not drafted last year before that, or
mean, inevitably we will. But he's just going to end up in the trash heap.
Trash heap. So, Joseph, you perused the headlines and the articles. Lucas and I have heard bits and rumors of how camp went today, as today was the first day of mandatory mini camp. Everybody was there, from what I hear.
Yes, sir.
There was some injured folks getting some treatment with Chase Claypool and Darnell Mooney on the mend, and Eddie Jackson too, I think. What else is going on at mini camp there, Joseph?
Well, it seems as if, shocker, the offense is a work in progress. It seemed like there was, some success connection between Justin Fields and a couple of receivers, but it seemed like as a whole, there still needed some work in the passing game. An interception from Kyler Gordon, and then a little bit of some defensive penetration from Gervonta Dexter. So that's great to see on your first day of minicamp, but offense as a big work in progress. Another huge. I mean, we can just package all of this in one topic because they split it up so much, but. Cody Whitehair earning the starting center reps is kind of interesting, but we expected that considering how the offensive line shapes up. I think everything that you saw from day one of minicamp is encouraging. I mean, you have. I mean, it's not. It sucks to have Claypool and Mooney still kind of getting back to being ready, but I think that everything you saw today is positive.
So I
got Super Bowl, Super Bears.
I'll touch on two things. Number one, the connection between 1 and 2 seems to be already there, which is fantastic. So Fields to Moore looks like it's going to work. Hopefully.
Chris, have you read about DJ Moore being reinvigorated? A lot of people talk about him being really excited to play football now.
I hear he's got a rock solid pipe and he's ready to lay it on the Packers. The other thing I'll bring up is Cody Whitehair at center. I was just thinking, Chris Morgan is being, some people think he's a pretty decent offensive line coach. He wasn't the O-line coach the last time Cody Whitehair was the center. Do you think he might teach him how to snap? Would that be good?
Well,
Luke, I'll let you answer that one.
It's important.
Luke has no comment. No comments from Barry.
Was that directed at me?
I said, Luke, I'll let you answer that one. Yeah,
I did. I didn't hear that.
Okay.
Part.
There you go.
I to be honest with you, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know if snapping is one of those things you have to learn and relearn, or you're just either good at it or you're not. I have no idea.
God. He was so bad.
Don't you think you can learn it? Don't you think it's like a skill?
Reverse thing before. I'm hoping that even with time not playing center, being a savvy vet maybe would help him a little bit. I don't know.
So, Joe, I'll ask you a question related to can you learn it. Could Shaquille O'Neal learn how to shoot a free throw? No.
I mean,
no, he could not.
I guess, and they say he worked really hard at it, but it never took.
Who said that?
His coach at LSU.
Man, when he was like 20 years old, no. You got it, man. You got it. I mean, he played a long time. You got to work out your craft all the time. Shoot 300 free throws a day until you're making at least 75%.
Yeah, wouldn't you think?
Anyway, let's move on. What else, Joe?
Well, Joe, you said the offense played kind of bad today, but from what I've read before, they
It's mixed.
there were days last week and before the non-mandatory minicamp where the offense looked better than the defense. So, yeah, it's definitely a mixed bag, and to be expected. But I don't know. I don't think we can put really too much stock into this really until we get to training camp. But hearing that DJ Moore is kind of being the alpha wide receiver is exciting news.
Exactly. How much stock I don't mean to be disrespecting NFL practices, but how much stock are we putting into, what's going to carry over into the game? There's different effort levels, there's different energy levels and attention to detail levels from really all 90 men. So I don't know. I read we're still in this was day one of mandatory minicamp. So when I read, he hits a deep pass to Dante Pettis and he's tearing it up with DJ Moore, but he has an interception to Kyler Gordon and has misreads, whatever. Like that's what practice is going to be. You got to remember 3 or 4 years ago we were making excuses I was making excuses over Mitchell Trubisky. Practice is the time to make mistakes. Practice is the time to make mistakes. That sort of deal. So how much are we really putting into the first little bits of mandatory minicamp?
Well, I think, like I said, as we get closer to camp, that's when you want to see things start to tighten up. And, when camp rolls around and those videos start coming out, you want to see the guys look tighter than they do now, obviously. But for now, not too much stock into it. Mostly things, honestly, there's a few things I'm just worried about in general, not really related to play. And that's Darnell Mooney. They asked Matt Eberflus today if he's been cleared to run on the field. And it was kind of a non-answer. So that tells us he hasn't been cleared yet, which is, I don't know, is that concerning that Mooney is not even running on grass yet?
To me, yes.
And then two is Claypool hasn't been there either.
Both of
and
them.
He keeps saying it's minor, but multiple. He said he has multiple injuries now, multiple soft tissue injuries. It's minor. It's just non-important practice, basically. But those are concerning to me because we've seen this before with the Bears, withholding information and dancing around these kind of injury.
Well, hasn't Claypool dealt with soft tissue bullshit his whole career?
Yes,
and missing practice and being game time decisions, and I mean, I'm pulling for the guy, but I do think you need reps to establish rapport with Justin Fields.
Yeah, and I think. I don't think people realize Mooney basically broke his leg, didn't he? His injury is pretty more serious than people think. For whatever reason, I thought for the longest time, he just sprained his ankle or something and was sitting out. Pretty sure he has some kind of fairly severe leg injury.
Do you have a compound fracture or something?
Broken ankle is what.
It wasn't. It was a broken ankle, and I don't think people realize that it was literally a broken ankle. Personally, I thought he was just it's a sprained ankle or something. He'll be back.
Yeah, that's a big deal. It also depends on how they repaired it, on how well he's going to be able to cut and not have that be recurring.
So it was a broken ankle then, right?
This is according to USA Today. USA Today. This is our lady Alyssa Barberi. She does stuff with Bears Wire, but yes. Reports a broken ankle on November 27th against the Jets.
Yep. So, those are no good.
Mooney's quote is, I am started cutting today. I'll be 100%. I've got screws in my foot, so I'll be a little robotic, probably 1,000 times better than I was.
Because he's got a robot foot, or what?
Mooney confirmed that he broke it. Here you go, Luke. Mooney confirmed that he broke his fibula and had tightrope surgery to repair it. But he sounded confident he'll be ready for the start of the 2023 season.
So a broken fibula is a broken leg, right?
I mean, yes, it
Yes.
is.
So,
it's one of the two
Darnell
bones
Mooney,
in your leg.
Darnell Mooney broke his leg, and no one's talking about it. I think that's a big deal. So there's that. The depth behind DJ Moore will be questioned right away. That's why we keep hearing news about Dante Pettis scoring touchdowns.
And Tyler Scott got a little shine.
That's my guy.
Cincinnati is where he went to. All right,
Yeah.
I'll let him.
And I would say the other takeaway from minicamp is I think with defense, I think Tyreek Stevenson standing out is pretty big for the Bears. I mean, I would say it was kind of similar with Brisker last year. Like a lot of guys were commenting how good he was right away, and people are kind of saying that about Stevenson this year. He's caused a turnover in almost every minicamp report that I've seen. He's always coming away with a pick or something. So excited for him.
What you think about Eddie Jackson being back out there and really coming off an Liz Frank injury? He says, me, Mooney, and Jack Sanborn didn't have a summer vacation. It's been all work for us.
Too bad.
Yes.
Too bad you didn't have a summer vacation. You're not a teacher, bro.
Right.
Play football.
Yeah.
If I was Jack Sanborn, I'd be on vacation.
Because they brought in so many linebackers, you just got replaced like 3 times over.
He's done. Just go on vacation, bro.
Shit. Noah Sewell was making plays in practice today as well. Should have had a pick, but Jack Sanborn's going to lose his job before he even gets back.
So you think Bojack, Darnell Mooney, and Jack Sanborn were all working out together, and they're all going to lose their jobs due to injury and replace
anything about any the other 2 people? No,
I'm just teasing.
Bojack specifically might lose his job. I don't know to who though, because our safety depth is.
Bojack's a beast.
Sometimes I think he is.
Dude, he was really good last year before he got hurt, Joe. I don't want to hear that.
He was really good. Yeah, he was a lot
Yes,
better than
he was better. He was better last year.
I've never seen you rag on a Bama player harder, Joe. Like seriously.
I know. And Eddie Jackson's really fucking good.
Yeah, and he's I like bounce back stories, guy. Talk about a broken leg. You broke his fibula.
How long do you get to ride a broken leg in college as your bounce back story?
What do you mean?
But bounce back from a broken leg to an all pro, that's a big fucking bounce back. That's not like, hey, I was pretty good in college and then, I broke my leg and now I'm a 53rd man on the roster kind of bounce back.
No. But I've got his jersey hanging in my closet. I love him, but the last 2 years before Eberflus took over, the last couple, he wasn't trying out there.
He only had one bad year. He
wasn't trying to tackle worth shit.
But
that pissed me off. This past year, he did. He played. I just think Eddie Jackson can be top safety in the league kind of thing. So I want you to meet that Bama standard.
Eddie Jackson is one of the most lovable Bears of the past 10 years for sure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, for sure.
He's a fan favorite, dude. People love Eddie Jackson.
Every time he touches the ball, he scores.
10 years? Wow.
Dude, you not remember how good he was in 2018, dude?
Right.
Yeah.
He was
I guess that cuts it in half already, so that makes sense.
Did you love...
I'm just saying,
I agree.
I don't know.
I just, 10 years sounds like a lot, but I guess, when you think about 2018 was already 5 freaking years ago, then that's nothing.
And then you think about, somebody who, right now I put him in Bears Pantheon with Nate Vasher.
No, Mike Brown's stats. Bullshit.
Mike Brown's higher. Brown's higher, but
way.
Nate Vasher in that 2000s was a good defensive back, and people loved him. He scored touchdowns. He made plays, but
so
he wasn't
you want to talk about unavailability, dude? Mike Brown was unavailability.
You're right.
You want to talk about scoring touchdowns on pick sixes?
Mike Brown, you're right.
Yeah, they both did. They both do it.
I was gonna say just like Mike Brown missed the Super Bowl, and the Bears fans said if he played they would have won. If Eddie Jackson played in that Eagles game, they had a good chance to win the NFC that year. If he was healthy.
100%, dude. Because like,
What's his name was just getting? He was getting cooked, dude. The backup.
You don't have Nick Foles throwing freaking balloon balls to like anybody. Like Eddie Jackson puts all of those.
What was that backup safety's name?
Deion Bush.
Deion Bush. Oh my God.
That was he's a strong safety at best.
Wasn't it Deion Bush?
Yeah, but yeah. He had to step in when
it was Deion Bush and DeAndre Houston Carson were back there, and
but I don't know. With all the good players the Bears had on that defense, man, Eddie was he was the man. I mean, dude picked off everything. He finished off the Packers, and then he got hurt, and that was it.
Yeah, that sucks on how he got hurt too.
Yeah, when I saw that too, I was like, kneel down.
Yeah, like just fall down, sir, please. Yeah, I agree.
And he had like 3 TDs that year called back too.
Yeah, and didn't like score another 6 or something stupid. Yeah,
that was insane, dude. Insane.
For sure. Only other thing from camp that we were going to talk about is your boy JJ there, Joe Gaither.
Hey man, I've been on his case, to put it lightly, throughout his time with the Bears. But he made he made a little fan favorite out of me today with some comments, and there's actually 2 parts of there's two things that I want to talk about in his comments. One, I sent the entire clip to Luke to play. He's talking about the rivalry, and I absolutely love it. It gets me fired up. I want to talk about the rivalry and kind of his comments about that. But there's a second smaller clip, and I just want to make a second shorter conversation out of that as well. So today, Justin Jones is asked about playing the Green Bay Packers, and here's his answer. Luke, hit it up.
How different is it going to be now that Aaron Rodgers is somewhere else?
I wish he played one more year with Green Bay. Honestly, we went up there and we played a pretty good game, but they got away from us at the end, obviously, and they won. But their fans are really shitty. So, I wanted to go back up there and I wanted to play them and I wanted to beat them and I wanted him to be there so you can see it. But the fact that he's gone now, it's cool. I guess it's better for him not to be here, But yeah, man, I'm ready to take it over. I mean, it's a good time to be a Bears fan. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So
this is a follow-up question I never thought I'd ask. In which ways are they shitty?
Man, just the way that they're just freaking obnoxious, just yelling and all that other stuff about things that don't even matter. Like we're not even running the play. You guys are talking about, oh yeah, go Green. Like, what are we even talking? The game hasn't even started yet. Like, what are we even talking about here? Like, y'all. Half of them don't even know football. It's so weird to me. But I'm just ready to go back out there and play. And I want to go out there and I want to beat the hell out of them, on their field. And I want to hear the boos then. That's what I look forward to. So
the best. How different is it going to be now that Aaron Rodgers is?
There you go. That's Justin Jones from his media availability, I believe, today, right? Earlier today, after their practice, saying he wants to go up to Green Bay and quote, beat the hell out of them. And, man, we have to get that. You have to put it out there. I'm sorry. Lovie Smith, when he gets up there, his initial press conference, our first goal is to beat the team up north. Like, put it out there. Like, that's the standard around Chicago. I said the Bama standard earlier. The Bears beat the damn Packers. First, it starts with beating the Packers, and then you worry about the rest of your schedule. Honestly, you give us you work with those 2 games, and it's kind of interesting this year that how the Packers games are going to book in the schedule. Justin Jones, you putting a little seasoning on the rivalry in the summertime, and that's going to make right here. It's going to make me excited, but it's also going to make me really fucking dread the week before the first of the season. Honestly, I'm going to be like, all that junk Justin Jones talked, we got to back it up. And Randall Cobb and Aaron Rodgers, all their late dramatics over the last several years. Yeah, I'm happy that it's gone. But Jordan Love can turn out to be anything, I think. I think Jordan Love can turn out to be a terrible quarterback, an absolute bust, and we can enjoy 3 years of absolute misery for Green Bay before they draft somebody else. Or, you know what? Oh my God, they could do it again. They could have another generational quarterback, and they could really, have it up for 10 more years. We don't know. And so that's what's going to make this whole summer fun with the Bears leading up in that first week. And I enjoy Justin Jones. First off, Justin, you better back it up. You got to get better, man. You're part of the weakest unit on the you're part of the weakest unit on the team. So you're talking a lot of shit for not getting to Aaron Rodgers and not shutting down. It's really going to be you and Aaron Jones. It's going to be you and Aaron Jones and you and who's their other big old kid from Boston College who beasted everybody.
AJ Dillon.
Thank you, AJ Dillon. Exactly. So it's going to be basically the Bears defensive line. If the Bears defensive line can shut down the Packers running game and shut down LeFleur, his scheme, then it really becomes what's going to be with Jordan Love. So I'm excited about Bears Packers. I'm always excited. I'm always anxious. I'm always super sick to my stomach. But Justin Jones, you got my Bears blood pumping today when I saw that. And I sent that to my Packers buddy, and his simple response was snarky but true. He goes, "That's the kind of thing you say when after Aaron leaves." And so, of course, Packers fans, y'all are shitty. You are shitty, and you do talk about stuff that don't matter, and I bleeping hate y'all so much. But, I mean, you talk the talk, Justin Jones. We got to get out there and walk the walk week 1. Let's go fire me up and beat the Green Bay Packers. Luke, did you get juiced up to listen to that? Listen to Justin Jones? No, not at all. Not one little bit. 0%. You don't. Krogman, father?
No.
Oh my gosh!
They gotta beat him.
Is it because he's so bad?
Dude, he's
part of it.
You said get better. He's going into year 6. This dude is not getting any better. He has feet.
I'll tell you what.
He is part of the worst part of the team.
I would be fired up if Fields said that. Or Tremaine Edmonds.
I do appreciate that he said they're obnoxious. That's 100% true. Like so obnoxious that one of the Packers fans that we follow each other on Twitter said, talk about living rent free in somebody's head. Like, dude, they're fucking the oldest rivalry in sports. They're like, they both live in each other's heads. Like, they have co-shared apartments for like life. Like, that's always gonna be a thing. Like, stop. Dude, Packers talk about Bears more than the Bears talk about Packers. Like, it's the weirdest thing. But that could be my bias. And so whatever. What else did you want to say, Joe? Because that last thing he said was pretty interesting.
What do you think the last thing he said? Because it wasn't. That wasn't the small.
Oh, that wasn't it. Oh, okay.
Go ahead. Yeah,
he said he wanted to go up here and get booed, and that's essentially If they're winning, they're going to get booed, or sooner or later. It's gonna be. He won't be there by the time they get booed up there, but.
Well, okay. Just before we get to the other clip, how do y'all feel now that Aaron's gone? The Packers are rebuilding. Obviously, we've talked at length about where we are as a franchise. What do you think about 2023 Bears Packers?
They have to win opening week. I already said this. They have to win opening week. They have to.
Chris just threw out 1-1. You go 1-1. I'm fine with that. But you have to get that opening week win.
I think it'll be really interesting to see. I mean, dude, this is so far away, but where everybody's at going into week 17, because we'll have or 18, whatever. We'll have a really good idea on both quarterbacks. One, if Jordan Love is a shit show, and 2 is if Fields and the weapons and the offensive line make a big difference in the passing game, or if we're going to have to see him out there running for his life again because he can't make a fucking pass.
Mm-hmm. Totally agree. Yeah, hit that other clip, Luke, and it just brings up a question that I want to throw at you guys.
It's a good time to be a Bears fan. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's a good time to be a Bears fan. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's a good time to be a Bears fan. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Yeah. So I mean, it was real short, and I want to ask you guys, like, all right, yes, we had all the assets in the offseason. You had the number 1 pick. You flipped it for all the things. Exactly. Is it a good time to be a Bears fan? Do you feel that, or do you think, okay, we're gonna blow up and all this shit's gonna be another What's that? What's it? 4-13. 4-13. You know, whatever. Here we are. The Bears still suck. The Packers' age-old song.
So
Bears fan. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I told you had to click the loop off.
Being, since I talked about the Nuggets earlier, there was an interesting clip that they talked about that Jamal Murray brought up, and I think Michael Malone told him. And there's like the evolution of a franchise, and this applies to all sports. And it's like, yeah, you start out, you're a loser or whatever, and then you kind of get to be a winner, and then you get to be a contender, and then you get to be a champion, and then you get to be a dynasty potentially. That's the overall evolution in the top tier, right? So we're probably in between that loser-winner phase right now. Being a contender, I think it's a good time. I think it's a promising time to be a Bears fan, but we've seen that so many times. In all honesty, like when we went out and got Khalil Mack, I didn't think we were anywhere close.
Me either.
I thought we were so far away, and it didn't turn out great. But it wasn't. It wasn't what I thought it would be. That's for sure. So maybe we're closer than I think, but maybe we're farther away. I clearly have no idea.
Well, look, do you think it's, quote, a good time to be a... I mean, we went, what, 3 and... Didn't we? It was only 3 wins last year, right?
14.
Yeah.
14.
I mean, with the context of last year, yes. You can't really go anywhere besides up. So, yeah, I would say it's a good time to be a Bears fan. I mean, there's new stadium talks. I think most Bears fans think Fields is the guy. I would say generally good reviews about Eberflus and polls. I mean, I'm fairly content with how things are looking right now. I would agree with that.
It's a good
Chris
time to
is
be
right.
a Bears fan. It's a good
He's
time
been
to
here
be a Bears
before.
fan. It's a good time to be a Bears fan. Hey, that's going on the beginning from now on.
It's a
Anyway,
good time to be a Bears fan. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
not gonna lie to you.
I felt like that was going to be a real good hotkey that we should keep anyways. But I also thought it makes because I think it's a good time to be. I'm excited, but I am at this point of the season every single year. I'm always biting all the bait. Give me all give me all the Kool-Aid. It's going to be 11-6. It's going to be 12-5. We're going to go to we're going to go to the playoffs and yada yada. So but look at the last.
Well,
3-year sample size? Been kind of rough.
well, this is a good segue into my own little topic here.
Yeah, go for it.
And I'm going to just run this right out. This has to do with what we're talking about now. Are you guys going to be more excited or less excited than in 2018 when we opened versus the Packers? I think the build-up for that 2018 for me was peak Bears fandom. That was up there in games that...
Dude, the Mac trade happened in August, dude. It was right. But remember, there was he's not going to have any camp. He's not going to be Khalil Mack. And then he comes out and totally wrecks shop. No way. I'm not as excited as 18. Not even a little bit.
Yeah, I gotta say no because
I'm saying no, but I'm
2018.
pretty excited for this opening game versus Green Bay.
I think that loss ended my marriage. I'll be honest with you.
Getting that hyped up for a game, you mean?
And the spiral afterwards, obviously the marriage this is off later, but I think that moment because I was so excited, and that first half, I am going bleeping ballistic, yelling the nastiest curse words at we're gonna beat that. He's in the locker room. He's not coming back. That little bleeping baby, knee injury, Khalil Mack. It's over. We're gonna win the North. All kinds of stuff. And then he comes out hopped up on drugs, and it's just the collapse. And it's just he had no idea what he was after the game. They interviewed him. He's like, hey, I found Randall Cobb, and it just breaks your fucking heart. I was in a stupor for, I think I was broken for a week. I don't know that I watched the next week's game. It
was my knee. It was my knee. They had us in the first half, though.
Oh.
That was ridiculous. That game was so ridiculous. And the Bears did have a great season. That was one of the best seasons I've had. That was the best season I've had.
I agree.
In any sport. as a fan, that was like peak fandom for me.
I agree. That was actually the first year that I went up to Chicago to see a game in person. I saw the Jets game, and so I saw Anthony Miller touchdown catch, and I saw a 65, 75-yard Tariq Cohen screen and run for a 14-3, 14-10 win, something like that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be asking you guys some over-unders for just random props I made.
Over.
That had me thinking. All right. And I'm going to start on defense with our we don't know what this defensive line is. But my first one I have on my list is Travis Gibson, over or under 6.5 sacks.
Who's going first?
You are.
Under. I think right now he's the best pass rusher on the roster, but I don't think that's going to last for long. Our buddy Yann Ngakoue just signed with an agent. I think saw some just Twitter whispers and BS about him just waiting this long and putting it off so long because he didn't want to participate in camps or anything like that. So
That's normal. I say under as well. I think Robinson almost has a better chance. But I think.
All right, well, my next one is going to be DeMarcus Walker, over or under 6.5 sacks. He had 7 with the Titans last year.
Yeah, but he also had Justin Simmons wrecking shop in the middle, so under.
Yeah,
Under. Okay. All right, and then my last one, I had Dominique Robinson. I put him at 3.5.
Over.
Yeah.
Way over. He's going to hit at least 5.
He had 1 in the first week last year, and that was it.
Who was that against?
That's fine. It was against Trent Williams in the rain. And then after that, nothing.
Oh, Hall of Famers can't play in the rain. I'm sorry.
Hall of Famers can't go up a sack. I'm sorry.
I don't know that game counts for anything.
Yeah, whatever. Still, though. I still say over.
So
I wish that game counted, but like, golly, that game was bullshit.
Joe, over or under for Robinson?
Over.
Do you guys think he leads the team in sacks?
No, I think you're all around 4. I think you're hovering between 5 and 6, but for all of them.
I'll tell you this, dude. He has the highest upside because he hasn't been playing the position as long. So he has the most room for growth. I think he has he has everybody has a chance to lead the team in sacks. including Tremaine Edmonds.
Gordon. I could see Gordon racking up some sacks from the slot. All right, my next one. Gervon Dexter. I have him at 49.5 tackles, over or under?
Under.
Under, okay.
I don't think he'll get the snaps. I think they're going to rotate too much his rookie year.
I don't know. Because I don't think Pickens can't play against the run. I don't think he'll see any snaps outside of third down this year. You have Billings, but I'm imagining the Bears playing Dexter and Billings like nonstop on running downs. And then they'll throw in Pickens on a pass rush down. That'll be close to me, I think. 49.5.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I think Justin Jones plays a lot.
Yeah, but I don't know if I think he might get more run outside. That's just my gut feeling. That's why I'm saying that.
So what did you say? Over? Or you haven't?
I'm torn. I think 49.5 is a good number that I made.
What was your take on the first two numbers? Or since you're the line maker, you think they're all good and you don't have a clear cut over?
Gibson, I would probably take under. Walker, I'm intrigued by. I think he could duplicate 7 sacks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Robinson, I'm going under.
Okay.
So you guys are both going under for Dexter.
Yeah, I just don't know that he's going to get like Chris said, I'm looking at the depth chart right here on our lads, and I'm just not sure that he's going to get the run for it.
Well, my big thing is I don't know who he's going to be losing a ton of playing time to. Like, I think he could flat out win the job.
Okay.
To start.
What if it's Jones and Pickens on third down?
Right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, right now our lads has your starting front as Billings right at the nose, Billings, Jones, and then flanked by Walker and Gibson on the outside.
Right. So what I'm saying, Luke, is if it's Jones and Pickens on third, then you're splitting Billings and Dexter because Jones is probably going to
I
get
see.
a lot more snaps as the quote unquote number one, I guess. I mean, I don't know how good Billings is, but he's pretty specialist. So that's just my early. I mean, it's June. So
Yeah.
Happy
Yeah,
June.
49.5 might be a little too much. I don't know. It's very unpredictable, so you don't know. All right. I have this isn't an over-under, but who leads the team in interceptions?
Eddie Jackson.
Bojack. Yeah.
I'm going Kyler Gordon.
I think Kyler Gordon's a good pick.
That's a good pick. Yeah. Do you think Stevenson
No.
starts immediately outside?
Yes. I do.
Where do you think Tremaine Edmonds falls in that leader in that interceptions game?
I'll give him one this year.
Okay.
I don't know. Up until last year, he's never really been a huge turnover guy.
Yeah, that's the Bills fans knocks on him is that he doesn't
But
turn the
with
ball
this,
over.
to Joe's point, in this defense, he's going to be running the seam route more, so
Yep.
he'll have more opportunity, and they're imagining him to play. Yeah, I don't know.
What did Urlacher average? I'm not calling him Urlacher, so take a breath. I'm just saying, like,
Urlacher was ridiculous in pass coverage, though.
sure, but like you said, in this defense, and
Oh, I know.
he's
I'm just saying
similar
Urlacher's coverage skills are insane.
similar size to Urlacher, and he's fast as snot, dude. I mean, he's super quick.
He went, here we go, real quick. 2, 3, 1, 0, 1, 0, 3, 5, 2. Didn't play 1, 3, 1.
Yeah, for him to get one is going to be
I think we'll get one, maybe two. Well, that was one of my questions, though. Another one. Who has the better season, Roquan or Tremaine Edmonds? Roquan in Baltimore, Tremaine Edmonds in Chicago.
I mean, I'm just biased as hell. Bleep you, Roquan! Go hit up your porn stars in Baltimore.
I would say in each of their own respective style of defenses is probably pretty close.
Yes, I agree.
same.
Objectively, Roquan, you will continue to have a good career.
Yeah, but Edmonds has been clearly the better backer up until now, right?
Roquan was pretty ridiculous last year on Baltimore, so I don't know. It's honestly tough. I think they're very close.
Not easy.
So hasn't Edmonds made like 3 All-Pros and Roquan was an alternate this year?
I don't know how many All-Pros Edmonds has.
Anyway, seems to me I thought he was better up until now.
Are you taking Edmonds, Chris, this year? You think
For
Edmonds
what?
has a better year than Roquan?
I mean, no, I think it's going to be pretty equal. Like you said, respectively within their own defenses. I mean, Edmonds could maybe not have as many sacks as Roquan, but he doesn't blitz as much. Or he could lead the team in tackles only because Roquan didn't have to make as many tackles and Edmonds did. I mean, there's too many variables.
No All Pros, but he's got 2 Pro Bowls, 2019 and 2020. And he has currently 5 career interceptions. Just to throw that in there.
Fuck, that's not bad. That's 1 a year, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
you're reading up the Urlacher numbers like 5 was his spike. I mean, he had a 3 in there, but everything else was 2 or less.
Yeah.
Didn't Edmonds have like 3 or something last year? He had like a really good year last year. All right, my last defensive question. Team defense rank in total points allowed. I have them at 22.5. Do you think they'll be above that or below that? 1 being the lowest points allowed in the league.
I think they're going to be around 25, 26, to be honest.
So you're saying above it.
Yeah. I think they're going to be bad, bro.
I think that's a good number.
I do too.
You could still be bad and be around 22, 23. That's the thing. I don't know if they'll be horrible. I mean,
that's still probably 25 points a game. Nah, it's probably like mid-20s probably. Because like even the lowest teams now still are like 19, 20, 17 to 20. You know, like it's not like the whatever year I think the Bears had a year where they were like it was under 14 for a minute or for like a good ways into the season, and then the Ravens defense used to be like right around there as well. Those days are gone. Where defense.
So last year, to put that in perspective, the Bears gave up 27.2 points per game and were 32nd in the league. The Chargers were 23rd in the league at 23.1.
Oof, I think they'll be lower than that. They're probably going to give up 24, 25 points a game.
Yeah, I'd say probably lower than that as well. All right, let's look at the offense, or I guess the team as a whole. Bears have total amount of Pro Bowlers, 2.5 is what I have the line set at.
Under.
I mean, I'm counting I think DJ Moore is like a lock for the Pro Bowl. I'm thinking Tremaine Edmonds or Eddie Jackson probably makes it as well. Is there a third guy that makes it? Fields? I don't know. Maybe those guys I named don't make it, but
Are you counting alternates? Do alternates count?
no, they don't.
Then no. I'll say just 2.
Just 2. Yeah, I think it's tough because I think a third one could sneak in there, but
I bet Fields gets named as an alternate.
yeah, it's
So
not
you
bad.
think Moore and Eddie Jackson? I think Edmonds could make it.
Yeah, I think. Well, I was just saying Jackson or Edmonds, and I think Moore's probably a lock to
I
make
mean,
it.
I don't know about a lock, but
Dude, with Bears fans voting,
yeah, that's fair. What else you got, Lucas?
will Fields be the leading rusher this year on the Bears?
No.
Maybe only because the running backs will be so split up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's he could be the leading rusher with 700-800 yards, but I don't know. I know they say that he's going to dial it back, but I feel like he's just going to run a lot of.
Should he still didn't he break 1,000 last year? So
Yeah, dude,
going
like-
down to 700 is still
He had-
like Josh Allen has like 500-600 every year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
even
he had, like,
dialing
12
it back,
He had 1,200 something last year rushing.
I'm gonna say yes
Leading rusher on the Bears. I would agree with you. I'm going to say yes as well.
because he's electric once he gets out there. Like it's
Correct.
this isn't a David Montgomery situation where you get 12 to 15 yards and you can't outrun anybody.
All right. My next question. I have Fields passing line set at 31.99 over or under.
Oh God. Over.
You think he goes over like 32,
3,200.
3,300?
You said 3,200. Yeah, I think he hits 3,200. What did he hit last year? 27.
Yeah, I mean, I think 3,200 should be the goal if he doesn't get there.
Dude, if he doesn't get there with adding
But
Robert Tonyan, I mean,
just to put that in context, that's what Lamar had in his MVP year is 3,200 passing yards.
wow. That is perspective. Holy shit.
Which running back has the most rushing yards next year?
Khalil Herbert is my gut answer. But I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be really close.
I'm going to say Ebner.
Ebner?
No, I agree, Herbert.
All right. And
Actually, you know what? No, I don't. Foreman.
I'm leaning Foreman too. And do you think over or under 900 yards
Under.
for your leading rusher?
Under. There's too, like I said, too many guys breaking it up.
Golly, I think it's going to be right at it, but I think under is probably the play.
All right. Most rushing TDs next year.
There, I think Foreman. Yeah,
I'm going
there.
Roshan. I'm going to Roshan Johnson for that one.
Who has the most is out of the running backs or most in
Could be Fields too. Just
Yeah.
rushing TDs. I'm going
Well.
Johnson though.
You're going Johnson? Like, why would he get the goal line carries over Foreman?
He's a beast.
Not really. I'll go Foreman.
My last question is: who is the second leading receiver by yardage this year, Claypool or Mooney?
Cole Kmet.
Yeah, Komet.
Or Cole Kmet. You think he has more yards than Claypool and Mooney?
Kmet's going for 850 this year.
See, I don't think.
No, I just
Weird as it sounds, I think Tunyon will eat into
Tunyon will eat
yards
into
a little
that.
bit.
Yeah, 100%. Man, both are fully healthy.
See, that's the problem. I don't trust either of those guys to stay healthy.
Yeah, no, just assuming what we know about them and their health history. You could take Kmet too if you want.
The reason I say Mooney is because he has that established relationship with Fields. I mean, I know Claypool is starting to get there, but he only has an offseason, and guess what? He ain't there. So
I'd like to take Kmet still.
Kmet is the second leading receiver.
I love it. I love it. Switch Joe from fuck that Golden Domer to yes, go Colt Kmet.
Oh, I guess this is another question off that. Which receiver has the most receiving touchdowns next year? Or just which player has the most receiving touchdowns next year?
DJ Moore with 11.
Yeah,
oh my God, friend.
He doesn't score.
Right. He doesn't score.
I'm
I don't
going
know.
Cole
I'm just
Kmet.
throwing out there. Cole Kmet with 8.
Cole Kmet.
With what number, Luke? I think 8 might be right. 9.
He's getting double digits this year. 10.
Okay.
You're saying Kmet as well, Lucas?
I'm saying Kmet 10 touchdowns this year.
Kmet 10 touchdowns this year.
Dude, he was like ridiculously good down the stretch last year.
Yeah, and now you have more talent breaking that up. I'm gonna say Velus Jones.
Oh my God.
At 4.
I was gonna say, in a non-joking way, I wouldn't be surprised to see Pettis have like a handful of touchdowns.
Well, shit, dude. If he gets week 1 type throws where he's just
If he's the only guy that's fucking healthy on a weekly basis.
St. Brown.
It's a good time to be a
We're
Bears
not even
fan.
bringing up
I'm not
St.
gonna lie to
Brown.
you.
It is a good time to be Bears fan. You got anything, Chris? Anything you want to talk about?
No, Nuggets. Just kidding.
How many chicken nuggets could you eat in one sitting?
Ooh.
Make that from McDonald's or Wendy's, just for context.
I mean, I could kill a 20-pack, no problem.
Sure.
Maybe-
Can you go 50?
maybe. They have those. No.
I ate
I don't want
75
to.
wings before.
You ate 75 freaking. Where were they from? Like Baby Wings R Us?
No, there's a pizza joint near us that used to do like $10 wing nights, all you could eat. We used to go after football practice and eat wings.
In high school, you ate that many?
Yeah.
After a football practice, of course. Just tearing it up. Just like, oh, I just crushed a million people on the football field. More wings.
They don't do all you can eat anymore. Now they're half priced.
Yeah,
Wings
Buffalo
are
Wild
expensive now too.
Dude, they're outrageous. B-Dubs used to do all-you-can-eat lunches, and we'd roll in with like 10 people. And this wasn't that long ago. This was probably like
1994.
No, like 2011. Fuck off. B-Dubs didn't even exist in 1994. Jackass.
Did they have restaurants when you were going up in high school?
Yeah, man. Gertrude's Kitchen was always open. You know, baking pies, and your mom used to open up her restaurant to us all the time.
It's a good time to be a Bears fan. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
It is a good time. Bear down, Chicago Bears. Make every play clear the way to victory. Bear down, Chicago Bears. Put up a fight with the might so fearlessly. We'll never forget the way you thrilled the nation with your T formation. Bear down, Chicago Bears, and let them know why you're wearing the crown. You're the pride and joy of Illinois, Chicago Bears. Bear down.